Hello, it's your boy Davidoff and welcome back to my usual Gotham episodic review. Not as usual as I would have liked, to be fair, because they took a month off. Not really sure why. I guess to film more things, maybe add more things in. I'm not sure why, but they did 10 episodes and it took a break for a month to do the last 2 episodes or whatever. But I've seen previews and trailers. It's been looking exciting, interesting. Episode 11, I just watched it. It was decent. Wasn't as good as I would have thought, to be fair. I knew the finale was going to be Batman. It wasn't going to be this episode. But this episode, it was good. It was a nice storyline. It was a decent ending. But it was a little bit underwhelming in a way, to me anyway. For me, it's underwhelming because I expected something big and it just wasn't as... It was still big, but wasn't as big in a way. A bit anticlimactic in a way. Episode 11's ending. We'll get to that in the spoiler talk part of the video. But... yeah, I thought it was good. I thought the episode was good. I wanted more out of it, pretty much. And it went too fast. To be fair, it was like same length as everything else. It's 44 minutes, which is the usual runtime of his episodes. And there's a lot you can put in there, to be fair. And it went by so fast, and that's a good thing, to be fair. When it goes by quicker, you're usually having fun. And I did have fun. It was good. It was exciting, but I wanted more. I felt like they could have put a lot more in there. And I felt like the ending could have been better. The ending, I think, could have been a lot better. But still, it was still good. But I wanted more. So if I was to rate this episode, probably 8. That's still good, to be fair. Maybe 7.5. Maybe turn it down a little bit because it was good. It just wasn't like great. I guess I expected something bigger, and it just wasn't as big. So yeah, onto the episode talk. So Nyssa has Barbara's child at the start, and Bane has control of the military, basically controls them now, with the general and stuff, obviously. And Penguin, with the submarine, leaves it and says he wants to help Gotham, basically. The Riddler disagrees, which, well, obviously was just leave the city. But it is their city after all, so Penguin comes back, and eventually Riddler comes back as well. Lucius Fox, right? He's showing Bruce some tech, and one of the things is called Nightwing Project, and that was a cool reference. I think that was a really cool reference. And that little device, it summoned mammals, winged mammals, and we'll get to that later on. I think that was a pretty cool reference though to Nightwing. I think, at least I think it was. I assume it was. He called it Nightwing. Damn it. But anyway. Riddler comes in now because Penguin's gone to help Gotham, and Riddler comes back because the submarine needs two people to operate, and obviously he cares about the city as well. I'm sure he does. I don't know where the dog went, the other Edward. Hopefully the dog is safe. But I really liked Riddler's entrance into GCPD. I just thought it was cool. How many do we have? 30 people. Riddler comes in like 31, and just all of that dialogue after that in that scene, I just thought was pretty funny. So that was pretty interesting. And then you get the start of that big battle, that gunfight at the start of the first episode. Yeah, for episode 1 at the start, they show this big gunfight for Gotham, and then they're all shooting down, and that's where it starts in this episode. I just think that was a cool like preview in episode 1. So yeah, like everything since that first scene in episode 1 has been building up to that point. So I thought that was pretty cool. I would have liked to see more of that battle, to be fair. It just was like a few seconds, more or less. Like, no, a few minutes overall in the episode, but still, I wanted more from that battle. So during that short battle, Penguin loses his eye. I think, does he lose it, or does it just get damaged? Either way, in the comic books and in the Arkham games, I remember, he has a glass eye. I don't know too much about him in like movies. He was in a movie, I think, pretty sure, Penguin. Different actor, obviously, the big guy. I don't know too much about the Penguin character, but I know like roughly like who he is, what he does. But I'm aware that he has a glass eye in the comics and in the Arkham TV series, and I think in the movie as well. So I think that's setting that up. So yeah, I've seen previews now. I've seen a trailer. There's a trailer to the finale, and it shows the back of future Penguin, future Riddler, future Joker, which looks kind of scary, to be fair. But yeah, I've seen previews setting it up, so I think this is a pretty cool like setup for that. I'm glad they did that. I think it's good to do like accuracy. So Bruce Wayne wants to recreate Jeremiah's bomb. Basically Jeremiah had those bombs in like season 2 or 3, I think, or season 4. I think it was last season actually. Jeremiah had these long reactor things that blow up buildings, and they blow up a few buildings in season 4. They're basically in GCPD. They're using that to power GCPD. One of the bombs anyway. It was changed from a bomb. It was like transformed from a bomb to a power generator. And Bruce's plan was to transform it back because they were outnumbered by Bane's army and they needed some sort of advantage. So the plan was to blow up Wayne Enterprises of all buildings, and that would trap him in a way, like buy him some time. So they carried that out. Bruce and Selina, they carried that out to trap him in. So I think that was that was a pretty cool plan. So then you get Jim Gordon going after Barbara. Obviously, not after Barbara, but after Nyssa, because she's got her baby and she's got Barbara cuffed up. Jim comes to help her, frees Barbara, and then, well, they have to stand down obviously because there's too many people there and baby's in danger, so they have to like put their guns down. But they eventually get into a fight. And I think it was pretty cool how Barbara took out the soldiers. I think that was pretty badass. That was pretty badass. And then Jim Gordon what was it? Jim Gordon? No, it was Barbara. It was Barbara actually, I think. Yeah, Jim held Nyssa. They're fighting each other. They're cuffed together. Jim and Nyssa were cuffed together. Jim cuffed them together, and Jim held her while Barbara stabbed her. And I thought that was it. I thought like she was gonna die, but she didn't. She didn't die. She didn't. Well, she just escaped. Really, she ran off. She said to the general, "Activate I don't know what protocol was called. I've forgotten the name now. I've forgotten the name of the protocol, but she said activate this protocol, and the general shoots himself. So this way, there's no way to command the army to change their minds basically. So that's going to be a big problem. So while Jim and Barbara are distracted by him shooting himself, Nyssa escapes. I don't know how she's alive, but I guess she's an Al Ghul, but still she escapes and she goes to the submarine that Riddler and Penguin left behind. I'm pretty sure Riddler said you need 2 people to use it anyway, so maybe she just stays in there for a bit. I don't know what happens because I'm pretty sure there's going to be a time jump in the next episode. That will probably end like that actually. Like Nyssa will probably be like the final villain in the show that Bruce takes down. Possibly. We'll see what happens there. And then you get Bruce and Selina versus Bane. Not like a huge fight, but that was a pretty cool fight. And then you get a call back to one of the opening scenes, the Nightwing Project tech that Bruce uses on Bane, and it calls some bats, some winged mammals, he said. And it was bats. It was a bunch of bats that just swarmed over Bane, and I think that was pretty cool. That was really cool. That's a nice little like reference to the future of Batman. So this is the part where I was underwhelmed. Basically, like I still thought it was good, but because I expected more, I was a little bit underwhelmed. Basically, the GCPD was surrounded, and they needed to get the civilians out. Basically, the surviving civilians from the bombs. There's tunnels that they got to get through, so they send the civilians out through the tunnels, and then they make their final stand against the army. There's like a few of them, a line of them. There's is Alfred there? I don't think Alfred's there. He wouldn't be there anyway. Jim, Harvey, Bruce Wayne, Selina, Lee, Riddler, Penguin, a few others as well. There's not that many. But then the officers start coming in, and then the civilians that they send away, they come back as well. So Barbara and the baby are safe obviously, and they're sent through the tunnels. But Barbara comes back as well with the baby. Like she comes back, takes a stand with her baby in her hand, which is quite dangerous, quite a bold move. And then everyone else, all the civilians that they sent away to be safe, they came back and stood with the police and the remaining Gotham civilians. And I think that was it was already a nice stand. But what I expected was a final battle. Like I thought it was going to be like some massive tactical gunfights between a few men against a crazy big army, and they'd somehow win despite the odds. I thought that would happen. That's why I was underwhelmed. It was still good though. It was still good. It was a nice little ending to that big saga about Gotham excommunicated. it was a good fitting ending, but I kind of wanted more chaos. I sound like the Joker now, don't I? I wanted more flipping battles. I wanted one big battle at the end, and I just didn't get it. But it was still cool though. It was still pretty interesting how like everyone, all the civilians, unarmed or armed or unarmed, they took a stand against the army. And because of this, they are the army obviously, and they refused to shoot. They refused to shoot on Bane's orders. And Bane was defeated just like that. And that's another thing, Bane was just defeated just like that. Like everyone turned on him, and that's it. Like he doesn't get beaten down. That was a little bit annoying as well, to be fair. I kind of wanted more of a fight against Bane. But yeah, there's that. I hope he comes back in the finale though. I assume he will. Like I assume in the finale will be like all the villains that are still alive anyway. And also, Barbara named the baby Barbara Lee Gordon. I think Lee's just obviously Lee's name. And I'm pretty sure this kid will be Batgirl in the future. So that's a nice setup there as well. A few more things to cap it off then. Riddler and Penguin, they have this moment about the city not appreciating them, etc. How it's their city now, etc. Their villainous plans basically for the city in the future. So that sets up the finale pretty much, and the future of Gotham, which you won't see anyway because it's over. But still, I think that's a pretty cool thing to set up. Obviously, they're popular, iconic Batman villains, and I'm sure we'll see Bruce fight them in the finale. We'll see. I don't know how the finale is going to be. Hopefully, we see a lot more Batman than we think. But judging on the trailers, we see a lot of Batman, so hopefully it's worth it, and hopefully he fights like Riddler, Penguin, Joker, Bane. I'd want to see all of that. So I just think that'd be pretty cool. Jim becomes Commissioner Gordon, so that is a nice setup there for obviously Jim as Commissioner. Bruce leaves Gotham, and he leaves to become. Sounds like Gotham out there, all the sirens. Anyway, yeah, he leaves Gotham. I think it's going to be like similar to Batman Begins in the movie. Obviously, he's going to go like, I've seen the trailer. There's like a mountain and stuff, and there's a setting similar to Batman Begins as well when Bruce goes out to a different place. There's some similarities there. Like if you watch the trailer to the finale, and if you remember Batman Begins, if you've seen that movie, you'll see some similarities there for sure. So I think it'd be a similar storyline in a way, just a lot shorter, obviously. And then that'll be like probably like the first 15-20 minutes. Then it'll come back to Gotham in all its chaos and save the day, I guess. That's probably how it'll go. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it's definitely a worthwhile finale. And yeah, also one other thing. Obviously Alfred is alright as well. I thought his back was broken, so I thought he might be in a wheelchair or something. But I think he's standing up, so that's cool. When I was saying bye to Bruce, Bruce left us left a letter for Selina as well. And I've seen a trailer for Selina as well, Catwoman. That was a pretty cool tease. And Jim, I think, saw someone. Bruce tells Jim that he's leaving Gotham, and then something in the music, it's just like someone's there. Like Jim looks over and someone's there. I don't know who is looking at. I don't know what could have been there, who could have been there. Honestly, I didn't recognize anyone. I was a bit confused about that. I was like, did Jim see someone? Are they trying to trick us? Are we supposed to see someone? Is there an Easter egg? I don't know. Maybe I feel like someone who reads comics would probably know what happened, know what the scene was about. You probably don't even know what scene I'm talking about at the moment because I'm not explaining it right. But Jim looks over after Bruce leaves, and then the music kind of like sound effect. What I can't remember what it's called. Okay, but it's almost like there's someone there. I don't know, but it was a good episode. I just wanted something else, and I got this, and it was still good. I wanted that, like, I wanted a bigger battle, and I wanted Bane to be defeated through combat, not just by people standing up against him. Yeah, but that's all I got to say really. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. And the finale is next week. I'll probably do a reaction type video actually. Nothing in the corner, because Warner Brothers, I'm pretty sure, takes they block certain reactions, so I probably won't do that. But you probably hear audio. I might do a reaction to it, do the highlights of my reaction, then talk about the end. I might do that just because it's the finale, final episode. Next week's gonna be lit. Like, Game of Thrones is back, obviously. And Avengers Endgame is next week on the 25th. That comes out. And on the 26th, we got Gotham final episode. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be an awesome week, an awesome month in general, to be fair, an awesome month. Shazam came out as well. Next month too, we got Godzilla. It's going to be a good 2 months, that's for sure. This was your boy Davidoff. Actually, I said my outro already. See ya.